Have you ever woken up with that feeling like something's missing? Like deep down you're meant to be more, do more, become more, but somehow you're stuck in the same place? Let me tell you the truth. You're not what you are right now. You are what you believe you are. And if you keep thinking small, you'll keep living small. But the moment you shift your mindset, when you start thinking like a winner, walking like a leader, showing up like a machine on a mission, everything changes. The world doesn't change. You do. And when you change, the world responds differently. Stop waiting for confidence. Stop waiting to feel ready. Stop waiting for motivation to strike. Decide who you want to be and start acting like him now. This isn't about faking it for others. It's about waking up the beast inside you. You become what you act like. No more soft talk. The world doesn't care about your excuses. It doesn't care about your fear. It doesn't pause until you feel comfortable.
It moves, and if you don't move with it with fire, hunger, conviction, you'll get left behind. That's the truth. Most people sit in the shadows waiting to feel confident, waiting for the perfect moment, waiting for everything to click. They imagine one magical morning where their body is flawless, their voice unshakable, their mindset bulletproof. That day doesn't exist. Confidence isn't a gift, it's a decision. It's not a reward, it's a weapon. It's a switch you flip when you say enough. I go now. Don't feel like a leader. Lead anyway. Don't feel good enough. Show up like you are and then work like hell to prove it, because here's the key: the way you act shapes who you become. This isn't pretending, it's practicing. Step into that identity before the results arrive. You want respect, then speak like a man who deserves it. Shoulders back, chin up, eyes steady, no hesitation in your voice. You want discipline, then move like someone who never makes excuses. Not when it's easy, when it's brutal. Wake up early. Train when your body says stop. Show up when no one else will. That's how you prove to yourself you're not average. You want presence. Then carry yourself like your name already means something, like your time matters, like you've walked through hell and come out sharper. Do it daily. Not once, not twice, every damn day. Because life is a game of energy. People feel you long before they understand you. The room shifts when you walk in, so how do you walk in? Do you shrink back, doubting yourself, or do you step in with quiet certainty like a man on a mission? Men on missions don't wait for confidence. They move with intention regardless of emotion. They know I may not be the most talented, I may not have all the answers, but I will outwork you, outlast you, outwalk you. Because I've already decided who I'm becoming and nothing will stop me. Look in the mirror. The man you want to be stronger, sharper, more respected, more capable, he's already inside you, but he's buried. Buried under hesitation, buried under fear, buried under years of playing small. Strip it all away. Every excuse, every doubt, every ounce of weakness. Build one day at a time, one action at a time. You don't become him someday. You become him by showing up as him now. Speak even if your voice shakes. Move even if your legs feel heavy. Live as though you already are the man you want to become. That's how transformation begins. Stand tall even when you want to disappear. Move like you've already won even when no one's watching. Because every time you do that, every time you carve away the weaker version of yourself and step closer to the man you were born to be, you're doing the real work. This is how legends are built, not with applause, not with comfort, but with decision, with discipline, with daily dominance. Stop saying, I wish I was confident. I wish I was respected. I wish I had presence. Start becoming the man who commands all of that by acting like he already owns it. Let your walk speak for you. Let your presence arrive before you say a word. Let your energy silence the room. You don't need to talk big, you just need to move differently. You don't need to fake it, you need to become it. Through repetition, through fire, through belief, when no one else believes. Because one day the result will come, the body, the respect, the influence, the victories. And when they do, people will say, he always had it in him. But you'll know the truth, you didn't just have it, you chose it, you built it, you became it. Your mind believes whatever you feed it. If you want to win, not just exist, not just survive, but dominate, you must understand this. Your mindset is the foundation. You can have the best plan, the best resources, the best tools, but if the voice in your head isn't built for war, you'll crumble before the battle even begins. Because here's the cold truth, your mind listens to you more than anyone else. and whatever you tell it repeatedly becomes its truth. Tell yourself you're weak and you'll live small. Tell yourself you're average and you'll never break out of the crowd. Tell yourself you're not ready and you'll watch life pass you by while someone else seizes your chance. The brain doesn't question, it obeys. You are the general, and every thought is a command. Most people don't lose because they're incapable. They lose because they talk themselves out of the fight before it even starts. They whisper, I'm not enough. I don't belong here. What if I fail? And the mind replies, then we'll fail. But you're not most people. If you were, you wouldn't still be here. So let's make it clear, if you want to change your life, don't start by changing your circumstances. Start by changing your language. You don't need more motivation. You don't need inspiration. You need a new standard, a new identity. And it begins with the words you speak to yourself when no one's watching. Wake up in the morning and declare, I'm built for this. I'm not a maybe, I'm a must. I don't fold, I don't break, I don't blink. I execute every single day, tired or not. Say it again and again until the doubt fades and the roar of conviction drowns out the fear. That's how warriors are made, not through comfort, not through hype, but through relentless internal battle. It's mental discipline. It's speaking belief into yourself before the results show up. Walk like you've already won even when the scoreboard says 0. Carry yourself like the storm, not the victim of it. And that kind of presence doesn't just change you, it changes the room.
People will feel it the moment you walk in. They'll see it in the way you move, in the way you sit, in the way you speak. Not loud, not fake, but grounded, solid, unshakable. Because when your mind is aligned with who you're becoming, you don't ask for respect. You command it. You earn respect without saying a word. You don't chase validation, you attract it by living on a frequency most people will never touch. You don't hope to be remembered, you make sure you can't be forgotten. And that only happens when the voice in your head stops sounding like a critic, a coward, or a victim and starts sounding like a champion. You train your body, you fuel your grind, and just the same, you must fuel your mind like your life depends on it, because it does. You're not just building a life, you're building a legacy. So start talking to yourself like the man who's already arrived. Not flawless, not invincible, but relentless. Speak with clarity, move with certainty, live with intention. Your mind doesn't need excuses, it needs commands. Identity isn't something you stumble upon, it's something you forge. Every repetition of belief is another hammer strike on the man you're shaping. You don't become powerful by accident, you become powerful by design. And design begins in the mind with words that sharpen, not weaken, thoughts that fuel, not drain, beliefs that expand, not limit. So ask yourself right now, what orders are you giving your mind? I can't, or I will, I'm not ready, or I was born for this, I hope it happens, or I'll make it happen. You become what you repeat. You live out what you feed your mind every single day. Feed it power, feed it focus, feed it dominance. And soon that voice inside won't just follow you, it will lead you into pressure, into pain, into challenges. And through all of it, it won't flinch. Because you trained it to rise, you trained it to carry weight, you trained it to believe you were born to conquer.
That's where transformation begins, not in your muscles, not in your bank account, not in followers or fame, but in your mind. In what you whisper to yourself when you're tired, when you're doubting, when no one's clapping, when you're losing. That voice is the one that shapes you. So sharpen it, train it, strengthen it. Because the mind believes whatever you tell it. So tell it something bold, something strong, something undeniable, so undeniable the world has no choice but to catch up. Feelings don't build you. Action does. That's the truth no one wants to say. Success doesn't care how you feel. Read that again. The world doesn't pause because you're tired. Your goals don't shrink because you had a bad night. Your dreams are still at the top of the mountain and they won't come down to meet you. You either climb or you stay stuck. And the climb is steep, it's painful, it will test every ounce of grit, patience and fire inside you. But that's exactly what forges you.
Some mornings you'll wake up foggy, weak, empty. You'll look in the mirror and question yourself. And in that moment, you'll face a choice. Do you let that weak version lead, or do you override it and lead yourself? That's the difference between men who try and men who win. Winners don't wait for motivation. They move with intention. They don't wake up and ask, do I feel like it today? They wake up and declare, let's get it anyway. You want a life that makes people stare in disbelief. You want to walk into rooms and command respect. You want to build a body, a mind, a legacy that's unshakable. Then throw your feelings in the back seat and drive forward anyway. They can ride with you, but they don't get to drive. Because discipline is stronger than mood. Routine is stronger than excuses. And character is forged in the moments no one sees. The 5 a.m. alarm when your bones ache. The late night grind while your friends are out. The reps you push through when your muscles are screaming. The silence, the loneliness, the war with self-doubt. And yet you keep going. Not to impress anyone, but to become someone. Champions aren't made on game day. Warriors aren't built when the lights turn on. They are made in the shadows. In the sweat, the sacrifice, the endless showing up when no one's clapping. When it's just them and the fight. They didn't wait to feel like champions. They trained like it. They lived like it. They carried themselves like it long before the world believed. And that's exactly what you must do. Wear the mindset before you wear the medal. Own the energy before you own the title. Move as though the future version of you is already here, because he is watching. Every choice, every step, every excuse, every sacrifice. And one day you will meet him. Make sure he's proud of how you carried yourself on the way. You must earn his respect starting now. Here's the truth: you don't need more motivation, you need more motion, more action, more relentless commitment. Because momentum breeds confidence. Every small action is a vote for the man you're becoming. Every workout, every early morning, every uncomfortable decision, each one is a brick. And those bricks become a wall. And that wall becomes a fortress no one can tear down. So how do you act when you don't feel like it? You move anyway. You show up anyway. You do the reps. You speak the truth. You chase the goal like it's already yours. Because confidence doesn't come before the work. It comes after you've survived what tried to stop you. You earn it in silence. You forge it in struggle. You build it in the trenches. You don't wait to feel powerful. You act powerful. You don't wait for a title. You embody it. You don't ask for permission. You command it. So what's the move? Be the action. Be the fire. Be the force that refuses to fold. Be the one who doesn't quit when it's hard.
Because that's when most people break. That's when the weak fall away. That's when boys run and men rise. You want to be legendary. Then stop waiting. Stop negotiating with your potential. Stop making deals with weakness. Stop needing hype or music or some external push to move. Be your own fire. Be your own momentum. Be your own reminder that you were made for more. Because at the end of the day, you'll either have results or you'll have excuses. You decide. Become the action and let the world catch up. And understand this: every man you admire, every person you think has it all together didn't start that way. He started shaky. He started uncertain. He started with doubts so loud he could barely hear himself think. But he walked anyway. He stood tall anyway. He acted like the man he wanted to be long before he became him. And that's exactly what you're doing right now. Walking into rooms where you feel like you don't belong. Holding your head high when confidence feels low. Showing up like a winner even when the scoreboard hasn't caught up yet. You might think, am I faking this? Am I lying to myself? But here's the truth. This isn't about lying. This is about building. People think you fake it and hope it becomes real. The reality is you fake it, you fight, and you work until it does become real. Because if you keep walking like it, working like it, thinking like it, and moving with purpose like you were born for more, eventually it's no longer fake. It becomes you. That confidence you used to borrow. Now it's built. That discipline you used to force. Now it's instinct. That mindset you used to rehearse. Now it's your identity. You won't have to pretend you're strong, you'll simply be strong. You won't have to act like a leader, you'll lead without hesitation. You won't hope you're enough, you'll know it. But this transformation doesn't happen in the spotlight. It doesn't happen when the crowd is cheering.
It happens in the dark and the grind, when no one's clapping, when no one's validating you, when your own mind whispers that you should quit. That's where it's built. It's built in repetition, not recognition. It's built in silence, not applause. It's built when you show up as the future version of yourself day after day until the world finally catches up and sees what you already knew: you've been him all along. Every victory you'll earn will come from the days you wanted to disappear but stayed in the fight. Every success they admire will be forged in the moments you felt like an imposter but refused to fold. That's what separates the men who rise from the men who stay stuck. They moved without permission. They believed without proof. They committed without guarantees. They didn't wait to feel ready. They didn't beg for applause. They didn't ask the world to believe in them first. They acted with force and earned every inch of it through fire.
So if you're in that phase right now where it feels like you're faking everything good, that means you've stepped into the gap between who you are and who you're becoming. And if you stay in that gap long enough, if you refuse to run, if you don't flinch, you'll close it. You'll become it. One day you'll wake up, look in the mirror, and realize the man you used to pretend to be is the man staring back at you. No more faking. No more acting. Just real power. Real presence. Real greatness built, earned, lived. So stop doubting your steps. Stop waiting for validation. Stop asking if you're enough. Walk like a king even if your crown is invisible. Train like a champion even if no one's watching. Move like it's already yours because one day it will be. And when that day comes, don't act surprised. You weren't faking it, you were forging it. Remember, your thoughts shape your actions and your actions shape your identity. This isn't about lying to yourself. This is about stepping into who you want to become until one day it's no longer fake. It's just you confident, capable, unstoppable.